Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, was one of several people who hitched their wagon permanently to Donald Trump and the great lie that the 2020 election was stolen. And as a result, he is one of several people that has been sued by the makers of the voting machines that he said changed votes from Donald Trump to Joe Biden and thus rigged the election. And the people who manufacture these machines are not fucking around. They are taking people to the fucking cleaners. We're talking $billion+ lawsuits. And now it's Mike Lindell's turn. And his case has recently kicked off. And his lawyers are arguing that it doesn't even matter if what Mike Lindell said was true or not. It was just words. He was just talking.
Attorneys for My Pillow guy and election denier Mike Lindell say they will not be presenting evidence that the 2020 election was rigged as they defend him at a defamation trial here in federal court in Denver. Cameras, audio recording, live updates are not allowed inside, so I've stepped outside to file this report. Opening statements have just concluded. Lindell's teams said all Mike did was talk. It was just words. They said it doesn't even matter if it was true. They intend to prove that he believed that what he said about election rigging was true. He's being sued by Eric Coomer, a former executive for Denver-based Dominion Voting Systems. Lindell said that Coomer and Dominion rigged the election against Donald Trump. In their opening statement, Coomer's attorney said, you better bring receipts if you're going to accuse somebody of treason and being part of the biggest crime ever seen. Coomer has now taken the stand as the first witness.
First, of course they won't be presenting any evidence that the 2020 election was rigged, because there is no evidence that the 2020 election was rigged, because the 2020 election was not rigged. And anybody who believes so is dumb as shit. Second, is that how it works though? It doesn't matter if it was true or not. If he believed it was true, then it had to be true, right? It doesn't matter if it's actually true, as long as he believed it. Wow. What kind of lawyers did Mike Lindell land on that are willing to walk into a court of law and say, it doesn't matter if what my client did was against the law. He believed he was right. So therefore, he's not really held liable for his actions. Are you fucking kidding? Okay, so let's just play this scenario out. The guy who we have yet to hear from, who took a shot at Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. You notice how we haven't heard anything from that fucking guy recently, right? Nothing about him. That guy, had that guy, or if that guy goes into a court of law and argues in front of a judge, well, I believed I would be saving the country if I did what I did. Then is he okay? Is he off the hook? I'm no lawyer, but I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can go into a court of law and go, it doesn't matter if what my client did was illegal. He believed what he was doing, so therefore, you got to let him go. If there's one thing that I've learned over the course of my life, it's to not wish too many bad things on other people. I used to be one of those people. I hope this happens to this one. I hope that happens to that one. And I have really dialed back on that, because there is a certain amount of karma at play. You put bad juju out there, and oftentimes you get bad juju back on you. So I don't wish harm to a whole lot of people anymore. There are some I wish harm to, don't get me wrong. There are people on the list. But I don't put a whole bunch of that bad juju out into the universe anymore. When it comes to Mike Lindell, I hope this motherfucker loses everything. I hope he loses everything. I hope he is flat, busted, and broke when this is all said and done with. And I hope he spends the last few days of his life looking around him, realizing, I gave up a comfortable life, a multi-million-dollar life, at one point in time worth tens of millions of dollars, because I hitched my wagon to a fucking loser.